Let's talk about the brand new 28 years later. It's been almost 3 decades since the AIDS virus started in the UK. Still living in a ruthlessly enforced quarantine, some had found ways to exist amid the infected. There are these group of survivors that live in this island that is kind of connected to the mainland, to which one of them decides to venture onto the mainland. He discovers secrets, wonders, and horrors that have mutated not only the infected, but the other survivors as well. And with this film, we do see Danny Boyle returning to direct it and Alex Garland returning to write it. And it was nice that they came back for this one. But I got to be honest, with this film, I'm kind of mixed about it. Like, with this film, it does have an amazing cast from Aaron Taylor-Johnson, Jodie Comer, Alfie Williams, and Ralph Fiennes. The cast in this was phenomenal. With Alfie's character, he is this kid that is the main character. And exploring him, I thought was very interesting. With this film, we do see the dynamic between father and son, and mother and son. And those were interesting dynamics to explore in this. With this film, it just adds a lot more to the franchise. I believe Danny Boyle did say that they take inspiration from The Last of Us with this, and it does so. Which it can be a good thing or a bad thing. Because with the infected, with the zombies, someone in my comments got mad because I called them zombies, but they are zombies pretty much. We see different types of zombies in this. Which some of them was interesting, they were pretty creative, but at the same time somewhat questionable. Like with this film, there were some questionable moments with the infected, with how some of the characters are, and with certain decisions. But at the same time, with what this film did, it's very interesting. How it shows off the scenery, the cinematography, that was really good. And the character performances were really good too. Ralph Fiennes' character though, to me, he was a standout and stole the show when he was on screen. His character was super interesting. But as always, Aaron Taylor-Johnson and Jodie Comer was great. And Alfie, he was good as the main. But there were certain decisions with this film that was pretty questionable. The main thing is that this does not have the vibe that 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later have. This does feel like it is completely different than those two. Which can be a good thing or it can be a bad thing, depending on your opinion on it. How the zombies, the infected were pretty questionable. And with this film, it was shot on iPhone. Which I do admit, most of it looked good, but there were like certain parts from certain angles, certain shots that was like, yeah, no, that does not look good. And you can tell it was pretty much an iPhone. I do not think that worked. And just how some stuff like played out. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It felt a bit ridiculous, a bit bizarre. But yet, it is interesting at the same time. But I got to say, with how this film ended, what the crap did I just watch? I will say, this film is never boring, and it is very interesting. It does have a very compelling story, and the dynamics between the characters, I do think that is great. It does answer some questions about this apocalypse that is happening, and it does show off more of the infected, how there are different types of infected zombies. But there were just some decisions with that was just bizarre. It just doesn't go with the vibe that was with the original two, which I do believe that could be a hit and miss. Like with this film, it was much different than I expected, and after watching it, I do not hate it, but at the same time, it is kind of like, what did I just watch? There is a sequel in works that is supposed to be released next year called 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. And it does set up for that, and I do wonder how that will turn out. And hopefully it's better than this one. But with this film, I thought it was good, but it was just much different than I expected. But at the same time, I do think it could have been better. But with that, what are your thoughts on 28 Years Later? Let me know in the comments below, and follow me for more.